Tensions between Muslims and Buddhists in the deep south of Thailand have peaked. Recent attacks have escalated fear and mistrust in the region and have apparently provoked a number of retaliatory assaults. Most of the violence has been attributed to Muslim separatists. However, an ongoing investigation into a recent shooting at this village mosque indicates that a government-armed Buddhist militia was responsible. The incident, which occurred in June, was one of the deadliest since violence in the south intensified in early 2004. This man's son was one of 10 killed here in the attack. His other son, who was the village headman, was one of only 2 men who escaped unwounded.
Around 7:50, while we were all praying here, some people came up to the stairs over there and started shooting in at us. Many died right here, and the others that were injured were sent to the hospital. Altogether, there were 12 wounded and 10 killed. There was blood all over the floor. They had been shooting for 5 minutes non-stop.
State officials quickly denied any involvement and blamed the attack on Muslim separatists. Locals were dismayed with the authorities' claims, which came before any investigation had been conducted.
We didn't do it. We wouldn't have even thought about doing it. Like I told you before, we've been fighting the insurgents for 5 or 6 years. If we did something like that, we'd lose everything we've gained. The bombardment from abroad and from various organizations would be so severe, there was no way we could have done it.
Many local residents, including these wives of the men killed, do not believe Muslims would wage an attack on a mosque. A human rights organization based in the south agreed to talk with WPR, but they asked that their names and faces not be shown.
The government came out right away and denied that officials were involved in the shooting. However, locals talking amongst themselves said there has never been a case where Muslims have harmed other Muslims while they're in the mosque. The fact that the authorities adamantly denied involvement and rushed out this conclusion leaves a strong sense of doubt with the villagers.
The authorities also downplayed the possibility that Thai Buddhists were responsible for the massacre. Many locals believe the attack may have been a revenge killing carried out by Buddhists.
It's possible that the motive was revenge. Whether it's true or not, I can't say for sure. But on the 7th, a day before the shooting at the mosque, a Thai Buddhist working in the rubber tree forest was killed about a kilometer from here. So when there was the shooting here on the 8th, the villagers understood that some were avenging the death of the Thai Buddhist.
The assault on the mosque provoked a number of insurgent attacks on Buddhists in the following days. Leaflets left by those killed read, "This is to avenge those murdered in the mosque," and "This is revenge for the killing of innocent villagers in Aipaye." The headman was distressed that anyone would kill on the victim's behalf.
After the attack at this mosque, there have been shootings and bombings in other areas, and they claim that they were taking revenge for the people here. I have to say this makes me very sad. I'm sad that they wage attacks and refer to us. The people here aren't like that at all. Whether it's a Thai Buddhist or Thai Muslim that dies, we are sad.
According to this local monk, much of the violence is perpetuated by a culture of fear and misunderstanding that dominates life in the South and leads to mistrust and resentment.
The people are scared. They're scared of dying, scared of being hurt, scared of loss. And the ones referred to as insurgents, they're scared too. I believe the killings at the mosque were carried out with feelings of resentment and malice. When there are feelings of mistrust between each other and it turns into resentment, whoever it is, and whatever side they are on, they're acting out of vengeful satisfaction.
Many residents declined to discuss these issues on video. However, the majority of Muslims that talked with WPR expressed their distrust and suspicion of Buddhists. The same was true of Buddhists talking about Muslims. Workers of a human rights organization have heard similar accounts.
From the research we've done and the people we've interviewed, we know that many Muslims are suspicious of the Buddhists. Even if they have known each other for a long time, now they are more mistrustful. They feel this way because they think some of the Buddhists might be informants for the army. Before the incident, the people of our village and the Buddhist village nearby could work side by side in the rubber tree forest or in the fields. During the time of our grandparents, they would make their livings working together. But the incident here caused a lot of mistrust and suspicion. All over these 3 provinces, incidents have had this kind of effect on the relationship between many Muslim and Buddhist villages.
Police recently issued a warrant for the arrest of one of the alleged culprits of the mosque shooting. They are expected to issue more arrest warrants soon. Information links the suspects to a volunteer village defense force, whose members are exclusively Buddhist. The group receives weapons and training from the government, but is not part of the military structure. News of the militia's alleged responsibility for the attack exposes the danger of arming and training local civilians. Confirmation of the Buddhist militia's involvement pretends to deepen the divide between Muslims and Buddhists in the region. Reporting for WPR, this is Oltmanns, Thailand.